Alrighty, let's do another garden walkabout video. We've got some of my favorites coming up over there. I got the orange centers and some of my old pot structure that I did take out, most of it. I had many rows here, but I decided that I don't have time in my life to work full-time and do marketing, so I stopped doing that. But I still got a few because there's work to be done. And I had all of the daffodils along the sides. The pink ones are still pretty much there. Huh, interesting. So it was supposed to be raining all day, so I didn't plan for being outside or the options that are outside. So I don't know. It's starting to smell really good in the garden because not only are the hyacinths really open, there's some dark purple ones around too, but the scented daffodils, which are these little guys here, and any of the little ones, are also popping open. These historic ones from the neighborhood that I rescued from a vacant down the street several years ago are opening up as well. Those probably would have been planted in sometime around 1890 to 1920. So I don't really know for sure. It depends on whether, it depends on who put them in. So, yeah. In the shady places, the early bloomers are just getting started now. And in the sunnier places, they've finished. Rhubarb is definitely up here, so we'll find out if it's up in the back. We have stinging nettle in the pot. And this is where I've been throwing my compost all winter. And here you can see there's scented daffodils coming up alongside the rock, but because most of the day's sunlight is shaded here and then gets just a little window over top, and then the hedge is shaded the other way, it's not open yet. It's the amount of warmth that daffodils experience that speeds them along. It either speeds them toward this once they're open, but it also speeds them towards blooming in the first bit. So I was looking at this, but it was raining. I was trying to figure out if when quince leaves out, it's hard to tell if it's blooming to me still, because I don't remember what the blooms, I don't know how pronounced the blooms are going to be once it finally does. But there is something that did bloom in the back. Oh, look, there's another one of these ruffly ones. I ended up moving them all over the place because they were some of my first daffodils, because I got them for free. It was a vacant house. I'm wondering if those are going to be squash. These are really big leafy leaves. If they are, that's great. Raspberries are starting to green up. Inside these are the thornless ones that come up, but if they're not protected, the deer take them. And then because we had a properly cold winter, the Magnolia virginiana did not stay evergreen this time, but it'll come back. It just didn't keep its leaves all winter. And then this is another thornless raspberry right here, but here's the pretty. Let's get a better angle. Hold on. We got all of the daffodils, good Lord. But see? That self-seeded purple leaf plum type tree has decided it's a big enough kid to go ahead and bloom. I just hope that it isn't so early bloom Same like my cherry is, because the cherry's blooming right now too. I just hope it has strong blooms. This cherry's starting to bloom, like bud. And then that cherry, let's go over. Oh, do you see this? Oh boy. This cherry is fully bloomed out and even starting to drop some of them. So we'll find out if I get any cherries this year. Average years, I don't get them. Whoa! So, I have good neighbors again. My new neighbor is such a good neighbor. And so I was able to take that wiener dog blocking fence off the back. But now I have so much fence, I don't know what to do with it. It's just kind of like stacked places. Oh, please don't mind the really poor videography just now. I'm sorry. Tipping you all over the place. Oh, I see black knot up in there. This poor cherry tree. It's got probably peach borers. It's got black knot all over. This poor cherry tree. So I got to get up in there and cut things before it starts to spread to other stuff. That was from the neighbor keeping their goth tree because they liked it. I talked to them about how it was impacting my garden and they were like, oh shit, sorry. But, you know. Oh, those aren't, are they? Oh, hold on. Brain, what are these called? Doo-doo-doo. Jewel weed. Right? I think that's what it's called, yeah. Yeah, I think so. So those these ones here, those are the jewel, because when you hold a full, like, it's secondary leaves, those are primary leaves, and they don't look like the real plant when they're in primary leaf form. But when you hold one of secondary or adult leaves with the back and fill it with water, it looks like silver. And they have the little dropping, either orange or yellow. I think all of mine are orange. They have the little dropping flowers, and I don't know, it's really cute. There's gooseberry. All of my strawberries are up in here, and then the blackberries are greening up. These are thornless as well. This is a runner off of at least the rootstock of the cherry. I'll be curious to see how many, how many hazelnuts I get, because I'm finally starting to get hazelnuts because I don't have cruel neighbors who are cutting it down in the heat of summer. Oh, your puppy. The neighbor's puppy is home. Look at these. I like orange a lot. So let's take a look at the rhubarb back here. Wait, did it really die? Hold on. So there should be... Okay. They're just in more shade. Good. There's my rhubarb. There should be like 3, maybe 4 of them back here. And I definitely have eyes on 3. And it was right in here. I got that black walnut out. Its taproot broke, so there's a little bit of taproot in there, but it doesn't regrow from taproot fragments. It would just be however much jugulone, like this much taproot, can release. Because the jugulone off of the black walnut, or generally the walnut family, kills rhubarb. Plants do that. They release these toxins that basically those toxins will give themselves some space, basically. That's so pretty. I freaking love that. I mean, I'm sure there will be better days to show it, because the white backdrop doesn't really make it pop like on the screen. These are the only tulips that survive. And that's because, oh, it smells so good back here. That's because the deer love to eat them. And I don't know, something about the fence just seems to deter them. I really, really like these. I have them in a few places. I think they ended up, because I bought this as a hybridizer's mix, and nothing is like the official name brand one. They're like the near misses. I think it might have been from Brex. And that, I think these days, that type is called butterfly daffodil. And we also got the giant jonquils type out. The really, really big standard daffodil head. And I think you can get something like this historic daffodil that I dug out of the neighbor's yard under the term ruffles from Brex in the historic varieties section. There is something like that available these days. I just love the color orange. The screen's really not doing that justice, but that's okay. So right now I'm in the time frame where I live up to my neighborhood name of the house with all the flowers. That's a hollyhock coming up. And there's one of the purple. I hope I'm not too shaky. I forgot to put the stabilization button on, damn it. Oh, here we go. See, look. That's how the pond should look all the time someday. There's water in it. And then I got my Allegheny sedge in there. And I got my silk willow, which I think, or silk dogwood. If it is called willow, it's technically a dogwood. And my I forget right there. And then the iris, the the native flag iris, it's blue. The invasive flag iris is yellow, just, so you know. And then, yeah, with the peony coming up right there. It comes up in the hedge too. This will be the first year that I think, no, he's seen spring before, that the good neighbor sees it. This will be the second one. I'm going to have to watch this back to make sure it's not too shaky and I don't have to redo it. But, yeah, that's what's happening in the garden today. And it's not raining. It was supposed to be. So even though it's extraordinarily overcast, I will take it because it's been raining pretty much all week. And it's not right now. So I hope you're having a good one. Thanks so much for visiting the cliffside. Take care. Bye.